स्वाध्याय टीवी। डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaskar. Welcome viewers. In today's session, I am going to deliver a lecture on PHP basics. In the last lecture, I was delivered a lecture on how to install WAMP server and PHP basics. In the last session, we have considered that PHP has many different tag styles, but generally we will prefer XML tag style, in which we will use question mark PHP to start a PHP tag, and to end we will use question marks. Then we know that PHP can use white spaces. White space includes comma, spaces and carriage return. PHP supports two types of comments, can be single line or multiple line comments. Multiple line comments is also known as a block comments. Then we consider that PHP has variables. Variable starts with dollar and followed by variable name. Variable names are case sensitive. Variable can use alphabets, digits and underscore. Variable name cannot start with digit or double underscore. Variable name cannot use reserved keywords. Then in this session, I am going to deliver topics related to this objective. In the last lecture, we consider one simple example which will display, when I write username, it will display the username with welcome. For that, we will require one HTML form. In that form, you can specify method that can be either get or post, and action is equal to PHP file name. So, when you use get method, you have to use $_get super global variable. When you use post method, you have to use $_post super global variable. If you are not sure that whether it is a get method or post method, you can use $_request super global variable, which will be work for get as well as post methods. And now we will then we also learn that PHP has a basic 6 data types. They are string, integer, double or float, array, object and boolean. Now let us move to this session. So in this session, I am going to deliver a lecture related to constant, string expression, arithmetic operation and inbuilt function. So let us start with constant. So constant is we can say a thing which cannot change its value during program execution, while variable can change its value as program executes. So if you want to store some value which will be never changed during your program execution, you can define constant. Say for example, if you write a program in which you need some calculation, but the value is constant for such calculation, you can define constant for that type of value. To define a constant in PHP, the syntax is very simple. You have to write define, then you have to provide constant name as a first parameter, comma, you have to provide constant value. So this is how you can define constant. Let us understand by writing a simple program using PHP, which will use constant in our PHP program. To start PHP, I need to start WAMP server first. So I double click on it and I say yes. As my WAMP server start, here the symbol will become green color. Now I can use any editor, but as we decide, I will use Notepad to write that code. So I start writing coding and I make some font little bit bigger, so you can easily view it. So the first thing is I write PHP. This is the starting tag, and to end it this is. Now, I will save this file as a save as, and I will save it in my this create new folder. I will give this name as a PHP2, and in PHP2 I save this file as a constant demo.php. So, for .php I will save, this is file save as type as PHP. So, my this file name is constant demo.php, which I save in my G drive. I have installed WAMP H drive. So, in H drive WAMP as a www folder, in www folder I have a CVAD, and in CVAD I have created new folder PHP2. So, here I save this file. So, now look at, as I save and it is PHP. So, the tag is written in red color. Now, let us say I write $R for radius is assigned to 2. This single equal to is called assign to operator, and we know that when we use variable we can assign value to variable. It is assign value to the variable r, that means right to left assignment. Now, to define a constant you can use define, then as you type. So, in notepad you will get hint by providing that name or what parameters you have to pass. So, first I have to pass string name. So, I define one constant, let us say I define pi. You can use small case letter or capital letters, but for general guideline constant is always written in capital letter, and constant does not require dollar because it is not a variable. So, pi for pi, and value of pi as we know that is 3.14. Now, I want to calculate the circumference or perimeter for the circle. So, I can write circumference of a circle is equal to 2 into pi into r, or 2 pi r, and then you can write area of a circle, not area, but you can write perimeter or circumference of a circle for radius r is, let us say I use here concatenation operator dollar circumference and semicolon. So, let us save it. Now, let us run it. So, open the browser, here we by default choose Mozilla, or you can choose from here, go to this green symbol and localhost. As you type localhost, it will display all the available file to you. We have CVAD folder. So, here I have to type localhost / CVAD. In CVAD I have a PHP2 directory. In PHP2 I have a constant demo.php. So, I just run it. So, it will be say use of undefined constant r on line 4 as well as undefined variable circumference on line 5. This is the error I made. So, on line 4 I have to write 2 into pi into r. I define $r, it is says undefined constant $r on line 4. So, on line 4 I have to write $r, I write only r, that is why it will generate this error. And same way on line 5 it is said undefined variable circumferences. So, I have to write CIR, this is just typing mistake. So, I just write it. Now, again I save it and just reload it. Okay, undefined variable circumference, okay, that means again I make typing mistake. So, I will open this file and I just delete this repeatedly time, right. So, the value of circumferences that I will return here, just save it, and now if I reload it. So, the circumferences of a variable radius 2 is 12.56, right. So, this is constant. You can define string constant as well. Here I define numeric constant of float value, it may be string constant as well. Now, string expression. So, an expression is a single value or result of operation after it will give you single value. So, expression has always a single value. Single quote or double quote can be used to write single for string expressions. So, PHP is a free, that means it is not rigid, that you can use either single quote or double quote for string expression. Let us take one example. Let me create one new file. I start tag with PHP and with PHP and file, save as, and I save this one as a string expression. Type is .php, so I have to select save as type as .php and save. So, let us say I write $message is assigned to, I will write in single quotes hello world, and echo I just type br $message. If I type $message2 is assigned to, now in double quote I will write hello world, and I write echo br $message2. I just use concatenation operator that will be used to concatenate with this value. Now, I save this file and let us check its value. So, here I need to open it. So, I just type in my PHP2 folder string expression.php. So, look at both the quotation behave as a same, but there is a difference. In PHP, single quote performs faster than double quotes. The reason is interpolation, that I will explain later on, but this is, you know, that this is you can use, you can assign value to string, like let us say I define $message3 is assigned to null. So, null is a special value and it is not case sensitive. Null means nothing, it is different from any string value, and if you type echo br $message3 is, and then its value by $message3. Here dot is concatenation operator. Concatenation means joining two string. So, to join two strings or any two expression, you can use dot operator. So, here I use in double quote means it is string, then dot, and I assign the value of this message. Now, if I save this and run or reload my this file, so look at it does not display anything, because $message is assigned as a null. Even you can assign empty string. So, there is a string, but it does not have any value. So, this value you can also assign. The difference between null and empty string is, null means nothing, it is a special type of value, while empty string is a string which has not any value. So, sometimes you do not know any value or value are unknown, you can assign null to it. If I reload it, the result will be same, but if I use one space, so though we cannot see, but one space it will display. So, this is string. Then single and double quotes can be combined to display text. That means, in double quote you can use single quote, as well as in single quote you can use double quotes to display something quotes. Say for example, if I write say $message5 is equal to, let me say he said, and now I want to display his code. So, I will write in single quote will find a way, right, but I start with double quote. So, my string is ends with double quote, in between I use this single quote. Now, I display echo break line and dollar message 5. I just save this one, let us reload it. So, look at here it will display in single quote, he said will find a way. So, here single quote and double quotes are combined, or you can write in the other way. First you start with single quote, he said, and then you write double quote, will find a way, and then single quote, and you can write echo dollar message 6. Again I use concatenation operator. Let us save it and run it. So, here it will display in double quote. So, you can use either single quote or double quote, or single quote in within double quotes or double quotes within single quote. But the thing is that you start with double quote, you must end with double quote. If you start with single quote, you must end with single quotes. So, this is you can use single quote and double quote and concatenation operators. So, as I say, you can joining two string also. Let us say for example, if I write dollar message 7 is assigned to dollar message 2 concatenation. Now, I would like to provide one space and then it combine with dollar message 7. So, here I joining or concatenate two string, and I can write echo br dollar message 7. Save this file and run it. Okay, again there is a problem with dollar message 7 I haven't defined. Let me write message 6, because message I assign value to it. So, I have to write message 6 and just reload it. So, hello world, and then the string will be joined with this one. So, this is the your concatenation operator. The next thing in string is interpolation. So, whenever you write anything within double quotes, so PHP interpreter will checks whether it will contain any variable. If it contains, then PHP will display its value. This is known as an interpolation. Let us take one example. Say for example, if I define here dollar price is assigned to 12, and now I write echo br for break line, the item price is dollar price. Look at here, I doesn't use here concatenation operator, I write within the double quotes the variable value within the double quotes. So, when it executes, PHP will interpret dollar price and display its value. Say for example, I will save this and I run it, it will display the item price is 12, because the dollar price as a value assigned is 12. So, this is known as a interpolation, and this works only with double quotes. If you type with single quote, just look at here, I just make copy paste and I end with single quote and I save this. So, now you can see if you run it, it will display the item price is dollar price. Single quote will not interpret the variable value in a string, and that is why single quote performs bit faster than double quotes in PHP. However, you can use either single quote or double quotes as per your requirement. So, we combine single and double quote in this example as well. Next, we will consider arithmetic expression. So, as I say, there are expression which can be either single value or a resulted of many operation and finally give you single value. Now, when you work with number, you have to use this arithmetic expression. PHP has a this all are available arithmetic expression available, which is available in many computer languages. These are the operator symbol is plus. To make addition, I write example and its result, subtraction, same way multiplication, division, modulus division means percentage symbol that will give you reminder, like say for example, if you write 4 modular division 3. So, you can write 4 divided by 3. So, quotient is 1, 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. Now, you cannot divide. So, 1 is a remainder. So, this is modulus operator. Same way you can use increment and decrement operator. For increment you have to use 2 times plus symbol, and for decrement you can use minus symbol 2 times, and this will be adds 1 to the variable, it will subtract 1 from the count variable. These all are its results. To give you idea, let me write a very simple program for arithmetic expression or operation. Let us say I write PHP and PHP, and let me save this file as arithmetic expression.php. So, I save this file as a arithmetic.php. To give you better idea, let me define the same value. $A is assigned to 4, $B is assigned to 3. Let us say $C is assigned to $A plus $B, and now I just typing echo $A plus $B is equal to $C, and to separate the result on new line, let me type BR each time. You can write $D is assigned to $A minus $B. Now, you can write here D. For multiplication, let us say $E is assigned to $A multiply $B. So, 4 multiply 3 is equal to 12, that we will can see when we display the result. Same way for division, you can write $A divided by $B. So, 4 divided by 3 is 1.33 and something. So, it should be $F. Here I should use multiplication, and it should be minus. Same way $G is assigned to $A modular division $B, and you can write its value of A modular division B is assigned to $G. You can write $H is assigned to plus $A. So, you can write say let us say plus $A is equal to $H. Let us save it. Or same way for $I is assigned to minus $B echo BR minus for $B is $I. Let us save it and run it. So, I open it by go to the PHP2 folder. In this folder, I will select arithmetic.php. So, look at it will show 4 plus 3 is assigned to 7, 4 plus 3 is 1, 4 into 3 is 12, 4 divided by 3 is 1.333, 4 modular division 3 is assigned to 1. Here as I use double quote operators, so it will take, this is known as a pre-increment operator because $a has assigned value 4. Now, if you write plus plus, so it will be first add plus 1 to the 4 and then assign its value to the variable h. You can write $a plus plus. So, this is post increment operator. So, that means it will first display the value and then assign value to it. Look at here. So, here it will be display plus 4 and then. So, these are the two way that you can define either post increment or pre increment value. So, if you define it before the variable, then it is pre increment, after variable it is post increment. Same way you can do for decrement operator also, like I write only minus 4 because value is 3. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. Here you can check it by assigning any other value. Let us say I make it 14 and let us say I make it 5. So, if we check this value by just reload the value. So, 14 plus 5 is 19, 9, 70, 2.8. Now, remainder if you divide 14 by 5 is 4, 15 and 5 minus 1 is 4. So, these all are basic arithmetic expressions. Now, when you perform this operation, the order of precedence for operator is must, because it may give you different result when you type value. Let us take one example. Say for example, if you type $j is assigned to $a plus 5 multiply 6 divided by $b, and if you write echo in the next line and you just display $j, and if I write $k is assigned to, here I use parenthesis $a plus 5 multiply 6 divided by $b and write echo br $k. Just save this one and let us reload it. So, look at first it will give you value 22.5. The reason is that first it will be perform the operation of first it will perform left to right increment operator, decrement operator. If it is not exist, then it will come to the multiplication, division or modular operator and then plus or minus operator. So, here first it will be perform either 6 divided by 14 or 5 into 6, right. And if I make again parenthesis and let us check what is actually value. So, you will get better idea. This is generally known as a Bodmer's rule. First is bracket, then off, then division, then multiplication, then subtraction and addition. So, first it will perform this division, that means 6 divided by 5. So, it is 1.2, 5 into 1.2 is a 6 and $a. So, the value will be accordingly, and when you take second one, it will take this value for 30. Here it will take value for decimal also, because it is dynamic type. So, it will not take only integer value. So, this is you should know the order of precedence for operator. You can change the order of precedence by providing parenthesis. Now, these all are compound assignment operator, that means you do not need to write more line. Within a one line you can write this. Let us say for example, plus equal to. So, $a plus 3 equal to, that means $a is assigned to $a plus 3. Same way subtraction compound assignment operator, multiplication, for division, for modulus operator as well as for append operator or concatenation operator. So, you can concat $message and $months. So, it will display months 12. So, these all are compound assignment operator. So, this is just how you can shorten your code. You can write this way is also correct, or you can write this way, this is also correct. Now, PHP has some inbuilt functions that we will be consider in our next lecture. I hope that will be helpful to you, and as you make practicing in PHP, it will make more enjoyable to learning this PHP. Thank you. Namaskar.
स्वाध्यायः परमं तपः।
स्वाध्याय टीवी